What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another YouTube Live. It's been a few weeks. I've been busy. I will tell you why in the next few minutes. But let me talk about how can you retire in the next 7, in the next 10 years by working in IT, by working in tech. And I'm going to walk you through on this very detailed process and how can you do this. And this is obviously something for you to really think about because this is something that can really happen to you. Now imagine if you are in your early 20s or probably in your 30s, even in your 40s, for you to be able to retire in the next 7, 10 years. And I will tell you how can you do this. So I'm going to ask you for you to really take notes because I know there will be one, two, maybe more than three things that you'll be like, you know what, this is something for me to really think about, because a lot of people right now still have that idea. I'm going to retire when I'm in my 60s. What's the point for you to retire when you are in your 60s? I mean, that's no point, right? I mean, that's so much that life has to offer. So why not retire a lot earlier than when you are 60? That, by the way, that's the average age for most people. And what that means, don't be most people. So once again, I'm going to walk you through and I'm going to tell you how can you, by going through IT, tech, having a job, can help you for you to retire in the next 7, 10 years. Because that's obviously to my plan. Okay. And by the way, this is not for you to do any coaching. This is not for you to open your own business, even though if that's something you want, even better. But let's just go based on having a job. So obviously, as you probably know, IT jobs pay really well. But even though there are many jobs that will pay you really well, many people end up not getting that at that level. Let's put it that way. Now, by the way, before I continue, let me know where you're from. Let me know if you work in IT. Let me know if you are looking to start in IT. That way I have better idea about the audience, about you. That way I can be more specific too on the advice and guidance that I can give you, because obviously my main objective is to help you for you to get to a high-paying job in IT sooner than later. Now, I ended up doing some research, and that research took me about 2 minutes because obviously I ended up doing this IA, right, app that everyone is talking about right now. So I asked a question, and that question was, okay, how much I need to earn to be on the top 10% of income earners in United States. And that income is $155,000. And that's obviously individual. So why not get to that level? And this is what I tell my students. This is exactly what I tell everyone. Getting a high paying job in IT, it's not difficult if you know what to do. If you know who is the person that you need to become in the next 6 months, in the next year, in the next 2 years. Because let me tell you something again, that it doesn't matter where you are right now. And regardless of what level of education, regardless on how old you are, you can get to a high paying job in IT in less than 2 years. Now, what's a high paying job in IT? That's obviously a job that will pay you $130,000 or more. So right now, earning 100K, it's not a high paying job in IT. Earning $120,000 is not a high paying job in IT. So one job, 130K or more. That's when you get to a high paying job in IT. Now, why not go all the way and get to your dream job? Obviously, your dream job, that's the job that you want, right? That's the job that you dream of having. And on top of that, a job that will pay you more than $160,000, right? So, Javier, what's going on, man? So, again, really think about it, right? Like, how many people do you know? Because I don't know that many that earn more than $155,000. One job. This is on one job, not on you thinking, oh, I do this and I do that. I have two jobs. And like, no, just one job. One job. 155K. That's you being on that 10%. Now, that's one question. Now, let me tell you the other question that I asked. The question was, what percent of men earn over 100K in United States? So, any guess? Anyone want to give any guess? What percent of men are able to earn over 100K in United States? Any idea? 10, 20, 40, 50%, I guess. Anyway, anyone wants to just guess what percentage of men are earning more than 100K a year? And this is sad, by the way. This is sad. It's 12%. 12%. And let me tell you something. That's fucked up. How the economy is right now, I mean, I don't know how people are okay on earning $60,000. I really don't. I don't know how they go by, earning $80,000. That's fucked up. How people go by living with 80,000 and for them to be, that's normal. That's normal. Oh, it's okay. I'm earning $90,000 a year. That's normal for me, for my family, even though I don't have a family, it's just me, just by myself. That's fucked up too. $80,000 right now and how the economy is based on all the opportunities that you have out there, IT, tech. I mean, that's one of those careers that can pay you really well. So why is that many people get stuck? I told this guy, look, you should be ashamed of yourself. You've been working in IT for 4 years. I was talking to this guy the other day about 2 to 3 weeks ago. I'm like, you've been working in IT for the last 4 years. How is that you're still earning $80,000? That's not good. Who told you that that's okay? Who told you that that's okay? That's not good. Now let's go back on the conversation about how can you, again, retire in the next 17 years, because it's not that difficult. Again, if you know exactly what you need to do in order for you to be able to become the next version of you, you can really get to a job that will pay you $130,000, $140,000 in less than 2 years. Now imagine that you have 2 of those jobs, because you're going to end up working from home. Now really think about that, because there are many people right now. There are so many people right now that you probably have no idea they have 2 jobs working from home in IT. Now imagine that you get, again, 130 in one job. And let's say the other job, another 110. That's about 230, 250K every year, and probably more. And imagine that you just live out of one paycheck. Earning 130, it's an okay income. It's fair. 130,000. Do you have any idea how much that is in your pocket? It's about $3,500. $3,400, $3,500, $3,600, obviously depending on the state. But that's about that, between $3,400 to $3,600 every 2 weeks in your pocket, right? Monthly, that's about $7,000. That's okay. And then what you do with the other paycheck? You buy a property every year, right? You have to be smart on how you're going to do that. And I'm telling you, you can retire in the next 10 years. Anybody can do that. This is why I'm like, you do not need 5, 7, 10 years for you to be able to get to a really high paying job and something. IT can do that for you. Tech, IT can do that for you. And so many people, like millions of people, are so blind about it. Like they don't know that that this is something that can happen to them. Like any of you, if you don't work in IT, easily you can get 100K by the end of next year. Now imagine you get that one job working from home, and then you get another job working from home. So what does that mean? In a year from now, you earning probably 180 to 200K. But you see, people are like, I don't know what's going on with most people. I'm telling you, because the opportunities are there. This is not something that's a secret. It's right there in front of you. And I see many people don't do anything about it. Now, you have any questions? Once again, go on the chat. But really think about it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get 2 jobs working from home, and both jobs will be high-paying jobs in IT, and I'm just gonna live out of one paycheck, out of one job, because the other one is just gonna invest, and I'm gonna go and see, because obviously I'm gonna educate myself more, and I'm gonna go and buy a property every fucking year, because you can do that if you really know how to. Not difficult for you to find out how you're gonna go about it. One property a year for the next 7-10 years, you can fully and completely retire with an income about $7,000-$10,000 a month. Residual. Now let me go through some questions. I've been working as a network engineer from home for years. Because of you, I have asked for a raise and just started my second job. I went from 80K to 200K. Thank you. Holy shit. Now you have to give me some money, man. So I give you some advice. You run with it. And now you're earning 200K. Man, I'm going to send you my bank account number so you can like transfer me some of that money. So now let's go to Javier. Job security is scary. What does that mean? Job security, it's scary. You know, there is job security, yes, for those that have the value to offer to the marketplace, right? Because that's basically what's going to really come down to. If you have the value to offer based on what the IT market is asking, that's your security right there. Right now, I know there are many people that are scared shitless on losing their job in IT. Because for the last 6 months, for the last year, for the last 2, for the last 3 years, they haven't done shit. They just go to work and they do just the things in order for them not to get fired. They never took the time to continually educate themselves or for them to learn high-paid skills that had nothing to do with the IT. Other skills that will allow them for them to become more valuable to the IT market and differentiate themselves from other engineers. You see? This is why I love IT, because people in IT, the standards they have for themselves, low. They are not ambitious at all. Most people in IT. And that's one thing that I truly love the most, because that's really easy for those that are ambitious, for those that have standards really high, for you to be able to drive, for you to be able to get to those high paying jobs in IT like sooner than fucking later. I have no college degree, cert, but I've been working as an engineer for the last 5 years. I worked my way up from NACTech. That's good for you, Big Tuna. So any other questions? Come on, any other questions that you may have? But guys, come on, really think about this. Many people cannot go through life in autopilot. I wish, obviously, right? We all do. Like, we wish, right? So I wish I knew this when I was in my early 20s. And if that was the case, I wouldn't be here talking to you. I would be probably in the Bahamas. I would probably be somewhere, living life, because I will be retired, right? But I didn't know this when I was in my early 20s. But again, it doesn't matter how old you are. You can fully retire in the next 7-10 years if you go all in your IT career. And what that means for you to have an income of seven to $10,000 in residual. Really think about that in 7 fucking years. Imagine, right? You're fucking, let's say, 35. By 45, you can retire if you want to. You don't have to work for nobody if you choose to, because you end up, again, doing smart things for 7-10 years in IT, right? They allow you for you to have that income. Many people talk about stocks. Many people talk about crypto. Many people talk about real estate. But the problem is that most people don't have money, right? Oh, that's easy for you to say that, right? Buy real estate, buy crypto, stocks, and do this. But once again, the problem is that most people don't have money to invest and good opportunities. And that's what IT, what a tech career can give you, that money for you to invest. I was doing some research. When you have about $5,000 a month, $5,000 a month that you can use to invest. You can retire in 17 years. That's the reason why that number came up. This is not me thinking, oh, I know better. I'm really smart. No, I did my research. If I have $5,000 per month, that I can do whatever I want with it. In this case, I'm going to invest it. Can I retire if I invest that money well in the next 17 years? And the answer is yes. One way is for you to obviously do real estate. Now, most people may say, well, I don't have $5,000, Jorge. Yeah, you don't. Because you're not open to that option. You know what? Why not get two jobs? And I'm not going to be dumb and be like, oh, now that I'm earning more money, I'm going to spend more money. No, just always have the mindset that that's that income that I'm going to live off, me and my family. It's just that one income, one job. And let's say that job is going to pay you 140K. And the other job that you have working from home, let's say that pays 110. Okay, that one job, that's all for me to invest. $120,000, that's about $3,000 every 2 weeks. That's more than $5,000 that you have a month. More than $5,000 that you have a month, right? Now, you can buy a bigger house, you can buy a better car, you can do dumb shit, or you can be really smart and be, you know what? I'm going to invest $5,000 every month for the next 17 years and really educate myself on real estate, because that will be my exit plan. That's my exit plan, right? So again, I'm telling you, people don't want to retire because they don't want to be open to the opportunity. They just cannot go through life in autopilot, not having any idea on what's happening, right? Watching fucking movies all the time, fucking Netflix, video games and all this bullshit, right? I'm telling you. Now let's get back to the comments. I have my A plus and my security plus. Test is tomorrow, but I still have not broke into IT job and I'm at security card. Should I enroll in WGU for cybersecurity or get my Cisco CCNA? I don't mind networking if it gets me there money faster. Bro, I don't know what the hell. I don't know who told you to get the A plus. You fucked up right there, man. And now you think someone is gonna hire you just because you have your security plus? Oh, this guy has a security plus. You're hired. Let's go. That doesn't happen that way. I don't know who sold you that story, man. That doesn't happen that well. Now, I don't like those universities. Why? Because the only thing they do, and this is not because I think I know better. No, because I talk to people that end up going to WGU. And I ask, tell me what the hell you do tell me what the hell you do the first 6 months when you enroll. Well, they just give me a ton of videos and a lot of questions for me to memorize and for me to get a ton of entry-level certifications. You will not be able to get a good job with a ton of entry-level certifications. That's no bueno. So no, I will not go and do $10, $20, $30, $40,000 on that WGU to get something that you can do on your own. Look, like I charge $2,000 and I help students, people to get to jobs that will pay them $60,000 up to $75,000 in 4 fucking months without no entry-level BS, meaning A plus, Network Plus, the Google IT support bullshit, and all these entry-level certifications, because you don't need that. And this is not based on certifications only. That's the other issue. Oh, so Jorge, I get my Cisco CCNA, that means I get a job? No. So that means I need to get another certification? No. God, it's not that easy. Anybody can get their Cisco CCNA. Anybody can get the Cisco CCNA in a month, even in a weekend, because most people memorize the questions. Most people memorize the questions. Yes, they probably go through some videos. They probably go through do some labs, but most people end up memorizing the questions. And that's the reason why they cannot get a job in IT. So it's not about that certifications. It's not about that certifications. Jorge, does your program help with the interviews? Yes. I tell you how to go through the entire job interview process, man. That's for Javier. Most people don't know, and I know because when people reach out to me sometimes, and sometimes I do have the time, and I do like a one-on-one with them for about 10-20 minutes, and I only do that when those that are going through the job interview process. I'm like, oh, reach out to me, let's do a video call right now if you have time now. If not, forget about it. And some of them are like, okay, let's do this. I jump in, and probably if there's some of you here, say something based on the advice that I give you. I'm like, okay, you've been going through a job interview process, right? Yes. What questions have they asked you? Well, a few. Okay, tell me two. Oh, this and this. Okay, so what did you answer? Oh, I end up saying something like this. Oh, that's the reason why you don't have a job. What do you mean? I answered that question correct. I know that. I know that topic. I know you do. But that will not get you the job. And guess what? Every other person they interview, they end up saying the same bullshit that you just said to me. So imagine being on the other person's shoes. Now, let's say that you're the manager and you ask almost the same questions to everyone. And you end up hearing the same bullshit from everyone. Like, think about it. Oh, right? So again, that's how you go about it. And people don't know how to do it. People don't know how to do it. This is why, going back on that conversation, if I'm able to reach out to 1-2 of you, because this conversation can really change your life. Because today can be the day that you decide, how many days you have left. You probably don't know. You're gonna probably look right now on your phone and be, I think there are 20 days left. Or you know what? No, I think 18 days left, for this year to be over. So my question to you is, what the hell are you gonna do next year for you to accomplish all the things that you want to accomplish? And you're gonna come up with a list of fucking goals. And I will tell you right now that most of you will not accomplish most goals you have for next fucking year. And I know you're gonna probably, how is that, Jorge? You don't even know me. I don't. But if you answer this question, I know you. I know that all of you, and I hope all of you have goals for next year, right? How many of those goals were goals that you wanted to accomplish this year? But something happened, but you couldn't make that a reality. How many of those goals that you want to accomplish next year were goals that you wanted to accomplish by now, this year? And if the answer is, well, I have 1, 5, 2, whatever, that means for me that that's not going to happen, because you are going next year by being the same person that you were this fucking year. Many people think of it about discipline. Many people think of it as that certifications. Many think of it has a lot more to do with that. And a lot of it has to do inside of you. But once again, people have no idea. No idea. They focus on the wrong thing. So let's go back to Javier. Again, questions, let me know. I have a year and a half as an IT support tech, but I'm terrified of applying somewhere else because my lack of knowledge, despite many jobs out there. I'm afraid to fall in the job market. Can I see some of your certifications? Do you have any in your room? What do you mean? I'm not gonna pull them out, man, bro. I have one. I have one over there. By the way, I have the A plus. I do have my A plus right there. I'm not gonna reach out to, but that's because I don't know any better, man. I remember many years back, when when many people told me, Jorge, get certified. You know what? I'm gonna show you something. And this is not, and by the way, this is not something that I'm gonna do a lot of videos about it next year, because my entire channel is gonna be totally new by next year, because that's many things happening. I have one. I end up taking 5 exams in the last 6 months. 5 exams. I have one here. I'm gonna show you. Look. This is one that I ended up taking. I don't know where the other ones. In the last 6 months, I ended up taking 5 exams. This is the AC800 on Microsoft. Now let's get back to that one question. A plus is good. No, it's not good, bro. You are brainwashed. I'm sorry, but you are brainwashed. A plus is not good, man. Oh, you learned the fundamentals. No one is gonna pay you for the fundamentals. No one is going to pay you for the fundamentals. Entry level jobs that people get, they have no idea. They're like, oh, I finally got a job in IT. Okay, oh, what's the job? Oh shit, that's an entry level job, man. You fucked up. What do you mean? I got in. You got in on what? On a job in IT? No, you got. That's so fucked up. One, because you allowed yourself to get to a job that pay you $40,000, $50,000. That's fucked up. Number two, you're gonna be on a job that you're gonna more likely end up doing the same thing every fucking day. Oh, let me tell you what. That thing that you're gonna end up doing every fucking day, that's not something that has no value in the IT market. And I've been saying this a lot. You knowing how to reset a password, you knowing how to set up a driver in a computer, you knowing how to put an image on a laptop or a desktop, or you having a conversation with a user about how to set up their network drive, a printer, that has no fucking value. That means it will be very, very, very difficult for you to upgrade that job to a much better one. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Experience is everything, yes, but again, how you get the experience if you're new? You see, it's not just about the experience, it's about how you go to the market, how you're gonna sell yourself, how you're gonna go through the job interview process. And I'm sorry, but most people have no fucking idea on how to do that. I have talked to so many people. I remember me too. Before, when I used to work an office, because obviously right now it's everything remote, but I remember back in office, our manager, he reached out to our team, that team, and he was like, hey guys, we're gonna have an interview today or in the next days. If you have the time, I'm gonna ask you to join. And obviously, me, I will always find the time, right? Because I like to be in that room, because I like to see both sides. Our side, when we ask questions, and what my team asks, and at the same time, how the candidate is gonna do, right? And I always ask for the resume and the manager. And I'm like, okay, I have the manager. I look at it, and sometimes I'm like, whoa, this guy is a badass. Oh my God, it looks good. Okay, let's talk to him. And in the room, we usually 3 up to 5 of us, right? Interviewing this guy. And I'm like, oh my God, it's been 10 minutes. This guy will not get the job. I'm like, oh my God, he's so fucked up. And then another one will come, and I'm like, oh my God, what the hell, man? What the hell? And I can go on and on and on and tell you why. But, bro, it's so bad out there. And that's the reason why many people cannot get a job in IT or the job they really want. Many people settle with entry level jobs, and that's no bueno. This is why, going back on the conversation, your job is for you to get to $130,000 like yesterday, like now. Well, Jorge, I'm new. I don't give a shit if you're new. You need to get to $130,000 like now. Now, let's be real. How long it will take for a normal person? If that normal person end up doing exactly what everyone else advised them to do. Years, 3, 5 years maybe. And that's if they end up getting there. Because most people in IT don't. Many people think, oh, you work in IT? You obviously earn good money. Most people don't. Most people, and do some research. I'm telling you, do some fucking research. And you're going to find out, okay, that most people earn about $70,000, $80,000 in IT. That's fucked up. I don't know how you live with yourself earning less than $80,000. I don't know. And if you have a family, I'm sorry, but someone has to come up to your face and tell you, you fucked up. And If you don't do anything about it for next year, for you to get out of that hole, man, again, I don't know how can you look at your kids and be like, I cannot get you a better life because I don't know. Because I love watching Netflix. Or because, man, I love wasting my time. Or because I end up listening to losers. I end up listening to people that are at the same level. They don't have the life I want. They don't have the income I want. And I listen to them. I'm telling you. Oh, this guy TikTok, security guard watching TikTok. I wouldn't know I'd be watching TikTok if I was a security guard. Hell no. Wasting time. That's the reason why I love IT. That's the reason why I love IT. Most people in IT, they are not ambitious and they do not have the standards to go big. Even though there are so many opportunities out there, so many opportunities out there, like so many, you know, like this is why I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you are new in IT. You can earn 160 up to 200K 1 year from now. If you come to me and you say, you know, Jorge, I'm completely new in IT. I have no idea about IT at all. No idea. I don't even know if I want to do cybersecurity or something to do with, I don't know, cloud or that something or engineer. Like, I don't know. I have no idea because I'm fucking new. It doesn't matter. 1 year from now, we can have a conversation that you are easily earning 160 to 100K 1 fucking year from now. But that's obviously, I have to be honest, right? This is not based on one job. This is on you going and get 2 jobs working from home. One that will pay you probably $80,000, $90,000, and the other one that will pay you probably the same, another $80,000, $90,000. Now you have up now combining that's 160, $180,000. And I know some of you because I was there before. No one told you that you can earn over 200K. Who in your family earns that much? Who? One job, guys, just one job. Again, you tell me what's the career that will give you. Tell me, please. If someone tell me, you know, Jorge, you're wrong. Please tell me. I'm open. I'm open. But I don't know any other career that you can earn 200K and working from when like anywhere from home, like and like in a fucking year. Like I don't know any other career that you can do that. And 1 year from now, and you see, we are about to go through this huge recession. And this is something that I've been talking about for the last 6 months with IT. And I need you to listen up. I really need you to hear me out. So hear me out for the next 5 minutes because I know that I'm going to whip the crap out of some of you. As you know, there are thousands of companies there are and they're about to lay off people. So what does that mean? You're going to have thousands, probably hundreds of thousands of people without jobs. And for many of them, they will be like, you know what? It's time for me to do something. It's time for me to go in IT because that's what the future is going. That's the trend. Become a cybersecurity engineer, a cloud engineer, a network engineer, a DevOps engineer, and many other IT positions. So what's going to happen? You're going to have a lot, thousands of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. They are not now. They are not now. But they are in the next 3-6 months, they will go in IT. So what does that mean? A lot more what? Competition. Less jobs out there and more people going after those jobs. So my question to you is, how the hell are you gonna fucking differentiate yourself from everyone else? How? You're gonna end up doing exactly what everyone else is fucking doing. And you want a job? Like, really? Like, let's not be that. You don't have to be smart about it. Any person really with any IQ will be like, whoa, I think that's a problem. If that's me and thousands more doing the same thing, how the hell am I gonna get the job I want? If everyone else is doing the same thing, everyone else basically doing exactly what everyone else is advising and guidance on how to go about in your IT career. This is why I'm telling you, there are ways, like really good ways. And how can you get to a really high paying job in IT and get another job working from home and be able to retire in 7, 10 years? Like that's what's crazy for me. People don't, once again, I don't know how old are you, if you're in your 20s and 30s, but 7, 10 years you can retire. Like that's for me, my plan. I guess that's more for those that we want more out of life. Because I'm telling you, most people don't. You can show them the way, but they will not go it. They will not go and pursuing it. Any questions? Because I have 10 minutes. Any questions? Because I have 10 minutes. This is why. Once again, this is why you have to be like, okay, what can I do? Because obviously, I want more out of life for myself or for my family if I have a family. Because yes, money matters and it matters a lot. And I know many people don't think about it. I know many people think of it like, oh, as long as I get a job in IT, even though it's an entry level job, it's okay. It's not okay. That's the details there for you one asking. You can go through the details there and read it. Please read it. Please read it because many people don't fucking read it. I'm telling you, many people don't fucking read it. Just read it. And as you probably know, for those of you watching, like, I don't fuck around. What that means is you have to be serious to want this because I cannot do the work for you. This works if you only do the work. The students that end up getting a job in 4 or 5 months, that's because they end up doing the fucking work. The difference is they obviously only do and focus on the things that will allow them to get there. And a lot of it too, it's how you go about it because you need to become someone that you are not. Security Plus is not good, man, for your first job in IT. That's not gonna get you probably. There are many jobs out there that you can get that will pay you probably 16, 18, maybe $20 an hour. And if that's okay for you, go ahead. Get your Security Plus and many other A plus. And if that's good for you. That's the thing. Like, I don't know how people are okay earning 40, 50, 60, 70, 80,000. I just don't know. Like, I wouldn't be able to. Like, 80,000, like, I don't even know how much is a week. It's like probably, I don't know, $80,000, maybe like $1,800 every 2 weeks. What the hell are you gonna do with $1,800 a week? I mean, every 2 weeks. That's $900 a week. What the hell are you gonna do with $900 a week? You have one life, one, and you are. Oh man, no. You need to take the steps, Jorge. I can just be bored and take that CCA. You take the steps. Please, you take the steps. You do it. Okay? If you have the mindset, you do it. Okay? Again, I'm good. And the thing is, the people that listen, like, again, there are students, and a lot of them. First job in IT, and they don't have that bullshit. 70K, 70, 75K. Let me see if I have something on my phone. If not, I have the other one. But let me see if I can find it. I don't know what's your name, the ones with the Chinese letters or Japanese letters. I don't know what's your name. I don't even know how old are you. How old are you? Because I know you're the one working on as a security guard, right? And I know, man, because I had a friend back then, a few years back. They have a lot of time. When you're a security guard, you have a lot of time, but probably you're not doing shit about it with that time. That's a problem. Let me see, because I have a ton of fucking. Look, bro. There. That's for that Japanese guy. First job, man. First job. Is that an entry level job? It's not a fucking entry level job. It's a network analyst position. First job in IT. And guess what, man? Guess fucking what? That guy has no CompTIA certifications. Oh shit. What? That guy don't have none CompTIA certifications. What? 65K. First job in IT, network analyst. So you want to do the step by step, a step like a baby? Go ahead, do that. Please do that. Now let's get back to someone else. So Dam, Israel. I'm not sure which field to get into security, AWS or what. I'm 52. What's your take on me? Oh, 52. Let me tell you something. I have one here for you. Early 50s. Early 50s. That's for you, man. The good thing that you reach out now. Sarita, she's early 50s, working from home, first job in IT, 75K. Oh, and she has no CompTIA bullshit certifications. Now, let me get back to you, Tom. If you go to the market, that means you go to the IT community and you ask that question. I don't know what to do, right? People are gonna ask, well, do you want to do cloud computing? Do you want to do cybersecurity? What the hell do you want to do? And let's say that you be like, oh, I want to be a cloud engineer. Oh, then you need to get that cloud certifications. You need to get that CompTIA Cloud Plus, maybe the Linux Plus. Maybe you need to get your Azure certification. Maybe you need to get your AWS or your Google Cloud and this bullshit. And that's exactly with all of them fucked up. That's not how you get in fucking in cloud computing. Even though that's exactly what everyone is gonna tell you to, but that's not how it fucking works. Most people say things based on what other people say, but they have no fucking idea because they never took the time to step back and be, is this true? Is this really true? Because you're gonna find out that it's not. No one is gonna fucking hire you as a cloud engineer, even an admin, when you only have like an AWS or an Azure certification. That's not how it fucking works. And by the way, anything that you want to do has to do with networking. I've seen people, they go into cloud, they have no fucking idea what networking is. And they get all fucking confused when they talk about the VLANs, about network segmentation, about security. I mean, all these things in cloud, they're like, bro, get back to fucking basics, man. That's a reason why I tell everyone, I don't care what you want to do, man. I really don't. If you come to me, let me put it this way. You come to me and you be like, Jorge, I did my research and I decided I want to become a cloud engineer. I'm like, okay, good. And then I got someone else reaching out to me. And that person says, you know what, Jorge? I did my research and I want to become a cybersecurity engineer. Okay. Now for you both, and I'm going to talk to them both. This is exactly what you need to do. Both. The next 4 months, this is exactly what you need to do. Both. And yes, for both of you, we'll be doing the same shit. I don't care if you want to become a cloud engineer or you a cybersecurity engineer. You're going to do the fucking same thing in the next 4 months. Why? Because what you need to have in mind is you have to get a job in IT sooner than later. A good job in IT. That's a job that it's not an entry-level job. A job that will pay you 65 up to 75K, and a job that can help you for you to move up. Entry-level jobs will not help you to move up. Entry-level jobs will not help you to move up. Resetting passwords and all this bullshit that most people do in entry-level jobs has no value for you to move up. This is why you got to get in a position as a network analyst, a network admin, a network support, a system analyst, a system support, that where you're going to be able to be exposed on technologies and really doing things that can help you to become valuable. And from there, from that first job in IT, Now you can branch out and do cloud computing, DevOps, cybersecurity, network engineer. I don't care. But you start there. But that's what people don't know how to do. Okay. So, any other questions? So I hope that answered that question, Israel. I cannot wait. Again, I don't know what's your name on the Chinese letters. I cannot wait, and just please get back to me in 3, 4, 5, 6 months and what you end up getting, man. Because once again, you're not the only one going after the jobs that you're gonna go after in the next week, or in the next month, the next 2 months. There will be a lot more people. And if you, no, I will not go. I mean, I will not go there. You just I will let you experience the reality of it. 9 minutes, guys. 9 minutes. Woo! Anyone has any other questions? Come on. Next year, guys, come on, next year. The next year can be the beginning for you to be, that's enough. I'm going to go to a high-paying job in IT sooner than later. I'm going to get not one, I'm going to get 2 jobs. Combining income, working from home, 2 jobs, that will be between 160 to 200K. I'm going to live out of one paycheck. And the other one is going to go on investing. And yes, I'm going to take time to educate myself, to connect with the right people in real estate, because I want to buy a property every fucking year, because I'm going to have that 20, 30, 40 percent of down payment. Why? Because one job, that's going to get you about $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month. If you combine that income for 12 months, even 10 months, that's about $30,000, $40,000. You can buy a property. That property is going to pay for itself. You get it for fucking 15 years. And I'm telling you, you can fucking retire in the next 10 fucking years. Done. It's not about that certification. Like when someone goes through my process, like my coaching program, I teach them. I basically give them the access, and they take the Cisco CCNA. But the things they do before and the things they do after, I don't want anyone, or for you, Dom, to think that means, Jorge, that if I get my CCNA, I can get a job, because that's not gonna happen. There are right now a lot of people that don't have a job, and they have the Cisco CCNA. A lot of them. And many people have jobs in IT, entry-level jobs with the Cisco CCNA. And then you ask, how is that they end up getting entry-level jobs with the CCNA? Because they don't know how to go through the job interview process. They didn't know how to get the CCNA, even though they got it, but they don't know how to go about the process, because there are many things in between. So I don't want you to think of it like, once I get my CCNA, I'm going to have a job in IT that will pay me well, because that's not going to happen. I will tell you that from now. Okay. And I'm not bullshitting. You can reach out to the community, and you're going to find out many people that have the CCNA and don't have